Hey, good evening, OLFMs. Paul Martin here. It is the 4th of March. I can't believe we're in March already, and we're coming up on the 1 year anniversary of us being away from the office. So that will be an interesting occasion. I hope you are doing well this week, and that work is going fine for you. It is, lots going on in open learning as always. Of course, today is Poutine Thursday. Our weekly event where you send me across the city of Kamloops finding poutine from all sorts of places. So probably the grand poutine tour of Kamloops will end next week, and I probably will head back to the fine folks at Alchemy Brewing, who just their poutine is sort of hard to beat. But this week I ordered in from Red Robin. So I've got to feel a little bit of my poutine there left to consume before the night is up. And that was a place where that my kids back in Edmonton liked to go when they were growing up. And but they all shut down in Alberta. All the Red Robins are now gone. So I thought I would go to Red Robin tonight to taunt my kids. I don't know. Bad. Anyhow, they're doing well. I'm sure they'll come here when they can. And as you've seen from the last few weeks, I'm on a quest to come up with a sponsor for every single one of our 500 courses as a great money-making opportunity for TRU, and also really as we think about sort of community engagement. So when I think of forestry 3073, forest harvesting, fine course, it brings to mind lots of different kinds of trees. But what about the fine birch tree that goes into the genuine Barkerville Brewing Company, a 52-foot stout, which is made with birch syrup, and I'm trying that just for you. Fortune favors the bold, which if we had some courses in classics, it could do double duty. So anyway, all the best to you. I will consume that off camera later. But Forestry 3073, brought to you by Barkerville Brewing. It won't be long until I run out of all 500 courses. So I am creating this video tonight. It's about 7:30 on Thursday night, and we had a notice earlier in the day that said that email might be down tonight. So hopefully I will get it out to you tonight. The video will get posted on YouTube tonight. But if you're getting this on Friday, that's one of the reasons. And I'm sure many of you, like me, think it may be a blessing to not have email for at least a few hours. I was hoping that somehow the changeover with email might accidentally delete my the inbox of despair, but I don't think that will happen. And I am desperately trying to get back to so many of you and catch up on all of that. But we're getting there. So there were some challenges this week. I heard from a bunch of OLFMs that were having trouble accessing webmail. In particular, and that should be back up and running, I think, for you by now. And hopefully this email outage overnight will sort of address some of those things as they continue on the changeover to Office 365 or something like that. So hopefully you will have a message from me very soon. Some sad news to start off with tonight. We heard this week, we had the official statement that we did have an open learning student and an MBA graduate in 2019, Michael Watts, who passed away. And Michael completed his Bachelor of Civil Engineering at U of A, and then worked as an engineer in northern BC and Alberta before studying at TRU. And his passions include world travel, fishing, hiking, boating, and family time at the cabin. And his love of downhill skiing is something that led him to reside at Sun Peaks. So, boy, my condolences to Michael's family, and thank you for sharing that statement with us, and to those OLFMs who had a chance to work with Michael. Thinking of you as well, and I know we really do care about all our students, and it's very sad when we have news like this. So I wanted to mention that, and again, share my condolences with Michael's family. Speaking of students, the Innovation Fund which is really oriented around creating innovations that will be helpful for students, that will help student learning. Has the first round of basically grants from the Innovation Fund are out, and we've got some projects, including developing some Indigenous case studies for some business courses, updating the sociology OER, which is used in a couple of the intro sociology courses. That's Bill Little's project. Two projects for PLAR as well. One that's looking at best practices in PLAR policies, and another that is looking at best practices in policies, procedures, and outcomes for PLAR. That's the first one. And another one is doing research needed to develop a course for students on how to complete the portfolio in competency-based PLAR. And I have to say that, one of the really exciting things about open learning is the work that's going on here in PLAR. And I know a lot of you are PLAR advisors or PLAR adjudicators, and that is really, really important work. And, the work that Susan and her team do is incredible. And it's something that lots of universities, not only across BC, but certainly across the country, are taking note of and trying to learn from Susan. So it's exciting to see some innovation funding going to that. And as I've mentioned before, we will have another round of innovation funding coming up in a few months that will be able to be used over the course of the next fiscal year. And so we're excited to move forward on that and think about some more innovative projects available for students. So the other thing I wanted to point out is that this past week, as the International Council for Academic Integrity annual conference has been going on online, it's been a really amazing conference. Lots of really fantastic sessions at that. And there was a meeting at the Canadian caucus of the ICAI on Tuesday morning, I believe. And Todd there spoke on behalf of the BC Council for Academic Integrity. And happy to report that the national conference in Canada on academic integrity is going to be hosted by TRU. It will be a virtual conference, and that's coming up on June 21st and 22nd. So we will have more news about that soon, but that's really exciting. And I hope continues to promote TRU's leadership in this area. And so kudos to Todd and Sarah and Marion and people like that for all their fine work on academic integrity at TRU. And we are looking forward to hosting that conference here very soon. And also, of course, to Connie, who does a lot of the work with you on academic integrity. So that's it for me for this week. I hope this finds you well and hanging in there. Where the year is almost up and vaccines are on the way, and I have great hope for what's to come. So I hope you stay well, and please look after yourselves and the ones you love. And thank you for all the work that you do for our students. It is much appreciated. It's recognized, and we couldn't do this without you. So take good care, and I will see you next week on the Pandemic Paulcast.